Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Jenkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Phillip Lindsay.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they run with Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Mixon again, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
On 2nd down, Burrow is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. I'll go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know where they're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins, flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jenkins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Burrow on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, Jenkins. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Lindsay. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Jenkins. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
A gain of 13.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okuebuna. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins. That's caught left side by Judy. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Looking to throw. Jenkins. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to number 45.
From 8 yards out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Kicker on for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, watch that, check Mike, 54.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pour out one for the safe boy till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming 'cause we coming for the jet.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jenkins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 50.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down. Jenkins going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Broncos.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jenkins. That's complete. Okuebunam. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for K.J. Hamler. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Complete to
K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Airing this one out for Evans. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Take it at the 37. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jenkins. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Fielded at about the 28. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a carry for Lindsey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jenkins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Jenkins pass.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jenkins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the Broncos' 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Lindsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He's tackled.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Pratt there on the tackle. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4, and they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 1st down. Here's Burrow.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And Burrow going to throw again. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsay, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Gets past one man. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Intended for John.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Tonight's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard, and it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.